Hey y'all, today I thought we'd start by getting this area kind of cleaned up. I'm tired of it kind of being a mess, kind of things going everywhere. It's nowhere near kind of like square to the base plate grid. I need to figure out what's going on back there. And so I thought today we would just kind of take care of this so that this has some sort of direction, and so that when I'm ready to work on it, I don't need to spend time doing that. I also want to figure out kind of what my Mills plate situation is, because I got a ton of Mills plate parts to use, and so I want to make sure I get some of that put up and used as well. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to kind of get this squared up, and the first thing is to start laying in some base plates over here so that I kind of know where we're at on over there. Okay, so I got this all squared up, and I was actually way off on so many levels of this. But we got this all figured out. I got all the pathways, or most of the pathways, Mills plated a while. So we got the little 8 wide kind of over here that will be kind of like the buffer along the side, whatever this side becomes. And then we got a full 16 wide sidewalk here. And I think what some of this will be is, so these are obviously going to be little shops, right, along the boardwalk. And this backside might be kind of some ramps down to the lower level. So those ramps might actually be on this plate, because 16 wide's a really big sidewalk size. In fact, like, that's what the sidewalk size looks like. That's really a lot of sidewalk. This is mostly just for Stan's watching. But that's a lot of sidewalk. And so I think it makes sense up in front of the museum and stuff to have that much sidewalk. I don't know if it makes that much sense to have that much sidewalk down here. So I think maybe using some of that plate to make up for the height difference coming off the boardwalk might be the smart thing to do. The other thing that I did, and I can hear some of y'all screaming at your computer right now, is to make the 8 wide sidewalks, I had to cut base plates. And so I cut it off a full base plate, and look what happens when I cut off 8 wide off the base plate. And so I can actually plate these as a Mills plate, and I can swap them out. I can go take them to my desk to work on them, or whatever. So I think that that's going to actually be really super useful. I will need to cut one more, but I think that's going to be super duper useful moving forward with the boardwalk project. And then later on, if I decide that I don't like that, I can always cut them up into smaller things for whatever. But anyways, so that's all plated out. And I'm really starting to kind of like this shape. I still haven't worked out in my head exactly what this corner looks like. I think it's going to be a pretty steep turn. And so this plate will actually be just like, see, that's what the problem is. This is on this plate. So really, if I wanted to, I should probably put the boardwalk on here, but then that continues on that way, and that kind of messes that up. So I almost need to be like in quarter of a plate off here so that I can get another boardwalk space in here and get the boardwalk to run right along there. So that I can put maybe one out this way yet before we run into the rocks. I don't know. Or maybe that's kind of where the boardwalk kind of wraps back down around and done, like it's going to do down here. But my plan is for down here is that this is going to run all the way to the end. There will be some sort of railing on top of this one. And then I'm going to come this way to kind of dead end the boardwalk down here with like a ramp down to the sidewalk level. Because again, that boardwalk is, I think, 2 bricks above this plate. Or actually above this tile, I should say. So I will need to slope down to it a little bit. And so I think just running one kind of along this way will be cool. And I'll just kind of curve the water off in this last plate. I'll kind of be tapering off this way. So it'll be all sand or beach. So I need to figure out what I'm doing here. And that's kind of next, I think. So if you have any thoughts, go ahead and drop them in the comments, because I'm very curious, because I don't really know. But as we come around the backside here, of course, all of this is good. This will be just kind of cliff, and I'll model it off of that. This will be that 16 wide sidewalk that will fit into that facade. And that facade should work out okay, just fine. And museum, I bought the plans for the Bricklink when they did the Bricklink pop-up. I bought the plans for the Space Museum, which I intend to build at some point. But for now, I don't know what else will go up here. I know we're getting another Botanical Gardens this year. And I know that I have that one over there, and I love that one a whole lot. But I'm thinking, because it's coming as a creator set, that it might be a little bit more formal looking. And so maybe that will take up some space up top here. But I kind of want that to be kind of like museum-ish, or like kind of those types of buildings. And this kind of be like residential, shoppy type things, beachy type things down here. And I think this really works well with the Friends alt builds. And so I think that works well. I just need to kind of start to get this figured out. I think I have plenty of, I might be running out of some of the tan plate, and I need to get some smaller plate of both these two colors to kind of make that a little bit less blocky in there. But so that's what this is going to be. So I'm going to duplicate this exactly right here. And both of these I could use for my lug project. And then this plate will be a custom plate to kind of finish off this. Over here, I still need to figure out exactly what I need to do. The mountain range will kind of come down this way. And I might actually be able to extend this top part, even maybe all the way over to that plate. So that plate might actually get pulled out, and that all be kind of raised area. And maybe this is kind of like a mountain top to kind of really kind of delineate between the Pirate Bay and what's going on over here. Don't forget, I'm also trying to make this all somewhat removable to take to shows. How functional this side is going to be, not sure. That side, super easy to make this functional to take to shows. This side might be a little bit more complicated, just because it's going to be a little bit more mountainy and in-depth, and kind of embedded into this side of the city. So we'll see. So I think that's about all I'm going to work on for today, because I need to get some more parts. I have plenty of light bluish gray tile. I don't know if I have enough 1x tile. I probably do to do the outline. But I'll work on that next, and I really need to get my head wrapped around this area. I know I keep putting this off. I think this is literally my third video about putting this off. But I'm just so torn about it, and I don't have the other ominous aisle yet, obviously. And so I'm a little bit nervous to start to kind of build those things into there without having that, and just being able to go ahead and do it. So that's kind of why I'm a little bit hesitant to start that, but I'm going to start that very soon. I also have to take apart this, which is the old end covering down here. And so I need to do that to reclaim some burps to work on the rock work as well. And what I'm probably going to do is work kind of this way with it, because I think that makes the most sense, because I know where I need to end, and up top doesn't matter nearly as much as down here. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do in the next time I work on this area. But I'm excited to kind of see this start to get laid out and plotted together. I can work on some sidewalks whenever I get bored, when I'm just watching videos. I can go ahead and put tiles on this part here, because that's going to be pretty obvious how that all is going to work. Maybe go ahead and tile this back part. I also need to kind of figure out what I'm doing in this little inside corner situation. Not really too sure about that yet. I I might just kind of leave it open because it's cool, because this kind of ends as well as an opening out to that way. So maybe I'll do a little like park or something. I saw a rebrickable, I think it was a rebrickable for like a basketball court or something. So maybe that's what I need to put back there. But I don't know. Let me know what you think to go in that inside corner. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry, this was kind of a little bit of a lame video today, but it really needed to get done because this was just starting to pile junk because it was open space. And so I like to try to keep things not piling junk on my Lego table. And so anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and stay tuned for some more. Thanks, y'all.